Mitch the Mouse and the Spooky Surprise. Mitch the Mouse lives in a little cottage house in a little mouse town called Cheeseville. He lives with his mammy, daddy, and his baby sister, Lily, on Treetop Road. Mitch is an average-looking mouse from the brown family and is as brown as chocolate from head to toe. He has 3 best friends named Meg, Marty, and Milo. Meg is a tough mouse from the white family, and her fur is as white as snow. Marty is a tall, strong mouse from the black family, and is as black as soot all over. Milo is a short, tubby mouse from the grey family, and is as grey as a rain cloud from top to bottom. One misty Halloween day, Mitch, Meg, Marty and Milo were all at the park. They were planning a camping trip in the haunted woods. The children of Cheeseville called it the haunted woods, and old ghost stories had been told throughout the town for many of years.
"Right then, guys, we all know the plan,"
commanded Mitch.
"Can you tell me again?"
asked Milo.
"Milo, for the 10th time, you, Meg, and Marty will tell your parents you're camping out in my garden, and I will tell my parents I'm camping out in Meg's," answered Mitch.
Mitch's parents knew that Meg was the responsible one of the group.
"Are you sure we should be camping in the haunted woods, guys?"
trembled Milo. Milo was always the one trying to talk the others out of doing anything adventurous. "Yes, Milo," the 3 mice replied.
"Can't we just camp out in your garden, Mitch?"
Milo pleaded.
"Milo, we've been camping in my garden every Halloween for years. It's time for a change, so stop worrying. Everything will be fine," Mitch firmly replied. Meg put her arm around Milo as he let out a whimpered sigh. The sun had set, and the 4 mice were off on their Halloween adventure. The 4 friends entered the mouth of the dark, haunted woods and found a patch to pitch their tent. "Right then, guys, the tent is up. Let's get ready to explore,"
said Mitch.
"Explore?"
trembled Milo.
"Yes, Milo, explore. It's a Halloween adventure, remember," answered Mitch.
"Don't worry, I'll protect you," said Marty as he flexed his furry muscles. They zipped up their tent and headed off. The wind howled like a wolf, and the trees shook as though they were afraid.
"Okay, guys, we've explored now. Let's go back to the tent,"
Milo whispered.
"Don't be silly. We've only walked a few feet,"
Mitch replied. "Why are you whispering, Milo?" Meg asked.
"I don't want the ghosts to hear me,"
Milo whispered again. Mitch, Meg and Marty all let out a burst of laughter. "Just walk behind me, Milo. I will protect you from the scary ghost," chuckled Marty. The 4 mice continued to walk deeper into the woods. All of a sudden, they heard a spooky voice coming from the bushes. "You shouldn't be here," the voice spookily spoke. The 4 mice froze like ice statues. "What was that?" whispered Meg.
"Ghost!"
Milo stuttered with terror. Meg squeezed Mitch's hand tight, and Milo sprung up onto Marty's back, shaking like a leaf. "Milo, I can't see! Get your hands off my face!" Marty called out. "You're in trouble!" Another ghostly voice spoke. 8 white-sheeted figures began to appear from bushes. "Ha! Ha! Ha!" The spooky figures laughed.
"Okay, guys, On the count of 3, we'll make a run for it and get back to the tent,"
whispered Mitch. Meg, Marty and Milo nodded in agreement.
1, 2, 3,
Mitch counted. The 4 mice ran as fast as they could, back to their tent, and the spooky laughter followed. One after the other, each mouse dived into the tent and zipped it up tight. "I think we lost them," said Marty as he caught his breath. "What's that?" Meg asked. Each mouse turned to discover a shaking, sleeping blanket with a little pair of eyes sticking out of the top. "It's Milo," answered Marty.
"Shh! Listen!"
ordered Mitch. The tent began to shake as the spooky laughter returned. "Mitch, I'm scared," Meg said as she squeezed him tight. The 4 mice cuddled up tight together and closed their eyes. The zip of the tent began to creep open.
"Ah!"
Milo screamed, his voice so high it sounded as though Meg had screamed. The tent door burst open, and the spooky laughter suddenly became regular laughter. Each mouse opened their eyes and peeked out. The white sheeted figures were rolling around on the ground, laughing. Each figure sat up and pulled their white sheets off.
"Mum? Dad?"
each mouse asked in complete shock. "Now, kids, I hope you've all learned a valuable lesson about lying to your parents," said Mitch's dad. "We'll never lie again," the 4 mice replied together.
"Never, ever,"
squeaked Milo. The end.